In the name of Allah, praise be to Allah, and peace and blessings upon the Messenger of Allah. Biological weapons are classified as weapons of mass destruction, meaning a biological weapon uses living organisms in warfare. It utilizes viruses, bacteria, fungi, or microbial toxins. Additionally, it can also use vectors like lice or fleas to harm humans, animals, and plants. Some diseases are lethal, deadly. They target animals as well as plants to cause a major economic crisis by reducing animal and plant wealth. Hungary is currently experiencing the possibility of a dangerous viral attack from the foot and mouth disease virus. The Hungarian government announced that after examining the virus affecting animals in Hungary, it appears that the virus may be unnatural, possibly artificially or genetically engineered. Consequently, the likelihood of a biological attack remains present, and they supposedly have some intelligence information supporting this claim. Importantly, this disease has not appeared in Hungary for a very long time, over 50 years, signifying that animals have not been infected by this virus for decades. This virus affects essential livestock such as cows, sheep, and pigs, causing a profoundly significant impact on the economy of Hungary or any other country afflicted by such an epidemic. This epidemic occurs due to a specific virus that causes sores. These sores appear in the mouth of the animal and in the hooves below, which is why it is called the foot and mouth disease. This is different from the children's foot and mouth disease, which is only a similarity in names and is unrelated. This disease causes the sores to enlarge and the cell to produce thousands or millions of viruses, thus spreading the virus throughout the animal's body. When these sores burst, they cause severe inflammations, and the hooves can become so severely inflamed that they might detach, hence the name hoof and mouth, because it can detach the hoof or the nail. It may also cause limping in the animal afterward. The worst thing about this disease is that it spreads very quickly, making it a potential biological weapon. For example, someone could infect an animal in a country with a non-contagious or less contagious virus, which wouldn't be a problem. The issue arises with fast-spreading viruses. Why is it fast-spreading? The foot and mouth virus, for one, is easily transmitted through contact and respiration, having various infectious pathways. Contact involves any saliva-drooling animal, and in fact this disease increases salivation, so the animal's saliva spreads on the ground, possibly getting on the shoes of workers or into the food of other animals. Consequently, another animal might inhale the virus or touch it with its skin, leading to infection through different means, which is extremely dangerous. Fortunately, it does not infect humans, as no human cases of foot and mouth disease have been recorded. Nevertheless, it severely affects animals. The virus also survives in the air for a long time before dying, allowing an infected animal to spread it for several days before death, thus increasing the chance of transmission to another animal. There's also an ongoing issue in Europe with farms. Farms have become specialized, so an animal spends time at one farm for breeding, then moves to a farm for fattening, then to a farm for birth and gestation, and finally to a farm for preparation for meat factories. The animal therefore moves from place to place, which can spread diseases across different and distant areas. The animals are crowded in large numbers in one place, which also makes it easier for the disease to spread. Another issue is that the disease may not show symptoms, so an animal could be a carrier without symptoms. Thus, it can be moved from place to place and infect many other animals without showing signs of being infected. Infected animals can carry the virus for 2 full years. Naturally, it also increases the chances of the disease spreading and makes the virus problem more prolonged in animals. It can persist for 1-2 years or more. The virus is also transmitted through the wind, making it easy to move from one farm to another. The virus undergoes significant genetic mutation, known for such transformations. Thus, the vaccines used are mostly ineffective. When a vaccine is administered, the virus may mutate again, resulting in a new variant that the vaccine can't combat efficiently, allowing the disease to persist without much control. Its impact on livestock is enormous, severely reducing meat yield in animals and causing extreme weight loss. It lowers milk production and can lead to animal death if the disease worsens. Though not primarily fatal, it significantly impacts livestock numbers and can sometimes cause animal deaths. It also causes miscarriages in pregnant cattle, further affecting livestock. There's a potential for a global outbreak, which may remain confined within a country but could become global, as happened in Northern Europe in 2001. Especially in England, it caused a very large epidemic and resulted in losses estimated at about 13 billion euros at that time, which is obviously a large figure. In 2010, there was an epidemic in Japan and South Korea that also caused significant damage. It happened here in Egypt in 2012 and also led to the deaths of tens of thousands of cattle over large areas of the country. Similarly, in Algeria in 2014, it spread across 23 of Algeria's provinces. This indicates how easily it can spread from one province to another or from one country to another. The disease I chose in Hungary is currently making them slaughter thousands of cattle. If it is confirmed to cut the chain of infection, they are forced to kill the animal and they slaughter it and dispose of its carcass to prevent the spread of diseases. They have closed major crossings between Hungary, Austria and Slovakia, the countries surrounding the infected area in the northwest of Hungary. At the same time, they imposed a quarantine and large restrictions on trade, meaning a significant loss for Hungary. Hungary has a large livestock wealth with nearly 1 million cows, 861,000 to be exact. It is not one of the major countries in the European Union in terms of animal production, but it produces about 1.2% of Europe's animal products. Most of the animals produced are cattle. For instance, a quarter of the EU's cattle are in France, a quarter of the sheep in Spain, and the goats are mainly in Spain and Greece. Half of Europe's goats are in Spain and Greece. However, Hungary is in Central Europe, where the issue could spread to Austria, Slovakia, and Germany, and then include countries that unite, which makes it very serious. And we are dealing with an extremely tense world facing major events. We are seeing many escalations. If even one NATO country is found to have been hit by a biological war, it could spark a world war because the primary suspect would be Russia or other countries with interest in the matter, escalating the issue greatly.